It's April. Let's look at how March went and what I got done and what I would do differently and what I did well and all the things and what I have planned for the month of April. One of the reasons I like to schedule videos in advance is because if something happens and I need some time off to focus on other things, I have that time. And I took advantage of that this month. And so very thankful I had some of those videos scheduled ahead. And my next project, I'm going to need to break down a bit to create a little bit more of that elbow room. But we'll get to that. Let's start with what I finished. This was the month where there's a hashtag challenge of mending, and it was perfect timing because my dad really needed makeover on his favorite hat. And so I didn't get anything done on my skill tree, but I'm very pleased with that. But I do have a couple of dresses in progress that are on the skill tree. You know about, if you've been following along, you know I'm working on a dress to wear to funerals. And I had to push pause on that because Easter is coming up, in fact, in just a few days. And it's a very big celebration at my church, especially this year because it's a big anniversary. So I really want a dress to wear. I don't have any dresses in my closet or even skirts that fit. So I want to make a really nice dress. But we're in a time crunch and it's been a crazy week. So I think I have a plan, and I'm very excited about it. I've got a shirt that I like a lot that I'm going to upcycle into a dress, and hopefully I can get that done in the next couple of days. Then we'll get back to the funeral dress. But I want to know what projects you're working on. Let me know in the comments and we can cheer each other on. So let's look at, we're going to do a little bit different format this month. We're going to look at the month in general, and then we'll look at each project in turn. And let me know, should I include works in progress in these monthly evaluations, or should I wait till the project is over? This month, I'm just going to do the one I finished, which was Dad's hat, but let me know if I should change that. All right, so what went well in general this month? Number one, I focused on enjoying the process of making things I'm excited to wear, which is very good. I caught up on my video editing and have a better system of how to do that, which is huge relief. And I also started editing my first long form project video, which is that funeral dress. I'm very excited. But primarily what I did this month, which is a big deal for me, is I focused on healthy habits and limits during a challenging month. That's not always easy, so I'm pretty proud of that. All right, so what did I learn? I am continuing to build my confidence and skills by practicing and trying new things, and I've been cultivating that Learn With Me playlist. What would I do differently? I don't think there's really anything about this hobby that I would change this month. I did the best that I could, and I'm pretty pleased with this month's results. So that's good. All right. What training tools, etc., would help moving forward? I don't know. I think I'm pretty well set for the next month, so I think we're good. All right. So Dad's hat. What went well? I've sewn a lot of hats over the years, and but of course I haven't sewn in a long time, but I'm very pleased with how this turned out. And especially kind of getting back into how to do this, it came back pretty well. So that was pretty good. Some of it was still a little tricky, but for the most part, it came back quick, which was a nice confidence boost. All right. What did I learn? I do need more practice sewing bias tape onto curved surfaces. Getting those edges lined up perfectly where they meet and overlap, that was a little tricky. And on the brim, that was really challenging, and it had several puckers and wrinkles and things. And it'll be just fine for Dad's hat, but if I'm going to do that in other projects, I need a little more practice with that. But it looks great on Dad. We're very pleased with the results. Very, very pleased. What would I do differently? I think if I were to do this again, I would unfold that light-colored bias tape to cover more of the old band instead of just putting it in the middle, but it works fine. Training tools help moving forward, just more practice. I might do, I'm not sure how to do a mock-up and practice on a curved surface like a hat other than making more hats. But I think it's just a matter of continuing to work on projects with bias tape so I can practice. But overall, I'm very pleased with it, and Dad is still very pleased with it. And so it feels like a new hat. It looks like a new hat, and we're thrilled. So that's good. So that's the only project I finished this month, although I had those 2 works in progress. I'm very hoping I can really get those done. So what am I focusing on next? Well, I'm continuing to expand that wardrobe inspired by the 30s through the 50s with that Easter dress, and which is an upcycle project. And then the funeral dress that I'm still working on, it gets put on the back burner because it's a big project, and I have these little things that kind of pop up and when I need a break too. But I really would like to finish that funeral dress. I also have, hopefully we'll be able to get to some under things and maybe a garden apron, but who knows? I might change my mind. We'll see. But I do want to finish those 2 dresses. That would be nice. So feel free to subscribe if you want to follow along and check out this playlist for everything I made in 2026. And don't forget to let me know in the comments what you're working on. See you next time.